Hi everyone, Michael Mezmer here. We're getting ready to go on our tour of haunted South San Antonio, Texas. So today on the Ghost Hunt, we'll be going to haunted cemeteries and bridges, including the Devil's Bridge. And at the end of our show, we'll be on the famous Donkey Lady Bridge. We're gonna do some incredible ghost hunting there. And we're gonna actually use an old school demonstration using a flashlight that you won't wanna miss at the end of the show. So stick around, it's gonna be a great haunted adventure on Michael Mezmer, Ghost Hunter. Hi everyone, Michael Mezmer here. Starting a day of ghost hunting. Along the road here though, on Jet Road in San Antonio area, actually south of San Antonio, there's several interesting places to visit. At the end of the day, we're going to the famed Donkey Lady Bridge, which we'll do an extensive report on. But we're at the Saints Oakwood Cemetery right now, and we're just gonna go around and check it out. It's one of those old cemeteries that's been abandoned, and we'll see what's in here. Don't plan on doing any ghost hunting here, but just thought we'd check it out along the drive. Some very interesting old grave sites here. I'm sure at night this place gets pretty active, but again, we won't have time to spend here today because we're heading to Donkey Lady Bridge. We are at the aqueduct leading up to the Espada Mission. This is a very active area for spirit activity, and it's very beautiful too, but we're going to see what happens around this area later tonight. The Devil's Bridge is just near this area, and we're going to be going over there in just a moment. And on the Devil's Bridge, that's what it's been called in folklore. It's located near the Espada Mission and also the aqueduct. And through the years, there's been lots of spirit activity that's taken place on this bridge. I'm understanding that there's a young girl that if you drop a rock off the bridge at night, you will not hear it hit the ground because she actually catches it somehow. Also, a lot of the Native Americans that were in the church during the Spanish Inquisitions were tortured, and so their tortured spirits roam this area. Who knows what lies on this bridge? As I mentioned, there's a little girl, there's Native American spirits, and evidently they've been spotted many times down below this bridge in the wooded area that outlies around it. So, here on the Devil's Bridge, as I mentioned, there is a spirit of a young lady. And the most amazing thing is she supposedly will catch any stone that's thrown off the bridge so that you don't actually hear it hit the ground on the bottom of the bridge and in the river. So we're going to do this demonstration. I couldn't leave, although we're not doing a full ghost hunt here, because we're going to be doing that at the Donkey Lady Bridge. We wanted to do this one experiment because this is so famous. So we're going to do this. Usually I like to do my ghost hunting at night. It seems spirits are more active then. But I will tell you, I've done this twice before, and actually I didn't hear anything hit the ground twice before. We'll do one live on camera here and see what happens. So check it out. I've got a stone. Here we go. You know, I'm not kidding. I didn't hear anything for the third time. Crazy. All right, we're going to go on to the next cemetery, and we're going to visit that and then head on to some more exciting, interesting experiences as we head towards the Donkey Lady Bridge. We're now at the Lomachina Cemetery off of Zarzamora Road here in South San Antonio, and it has a long story. We'll tell you that when we get inside. some kind of specter. So here's the story of the Lomachina Cemetery. It goes back to early San Antonio and a mixed love affair. What happened was a rich rancher son named Carlos fell in love with a Chinese lady, and her name was Li Huang. And what happened was they fell in love, but both their families were against their relationship. So they would meet here in the cemetery, and it's still here exactly as it was then today. And so what happened was, one night there was a thunderstorm, and as Carlos was coming here to meet his love, Li Huang, the lightning struck him and his horse, and they both died. Suppose they're still buried here, but it was unrequited love. And at night, they say that people spot a 6-foot or 7-foot specter of Li Huang. There's actually tradition in the Chinese traditions and history about specters that come back when they have unrequited love, or females that were wronged during their life. They believe she appears here. In fact, it's said that if you pull up to the gate of the cemetery late at night, around the witching hour, and turn on your headlights, you'll actually see her begin to appear in a spectral form. So that's the story of this incredible and very different cemetery. We'll walk around and show you a little bit more of it. It's a very long cemetery, and the grave sites are spread quite far apart. But that's it. That's the story of this cemetery. And we'll be heading to the Donkey Lady Bridge very soon. Here's something very odd. There's a grave here that someone's been digging up. They've been using, you see the tablet there is taken above the ground, and they've been using things like a knife and a broken spoon. You can see the spoon there, but the handle's broken off. It seems like they're trying to dig the grave up. Crazy. Most of the graves are in ill repair here. Very strange. Some are so old, they're just literally falling apart. In doing some research out here and on this location, I found out that people had done satanic practices over in the woods right next to here. So this is a very active area. I'll have to investigate in the future at some point with all my equipment. We are at 2781 Jet Road, just above the Donkey Lady Forest, and we have found the most insane structure. It's about 5 stories tall, and at the top there are poles where there's buzzards living on the top of the poles. It's a real insane place. There's even old school buses in here. It reminds you somewhat like the Manson clan or something, but being that it overlooks the forest for the Donkey Lady, it's kind of even stranger, because you have to think to yourself, was it some type of satanic group building this as a structure or a temple to some ancient god or something? But it's just above where the Donkey Lady resided and where her house was burned down. I have no idea what it is, but it's something like I've never seen before in all my travels. It's really insane. We are at the famous Donkey Lady Bridge south of San Antonio on Jet Road. This is actually a very famous place of folklore, and the bridge itself is said to be haunted. I actually know a little bit about the story, and what happened was that the Donkey Lady, the said Donkey Lady, lived in a home in Old San Antonio, just here near the bridge. She was there with her husband and her 3 children. And what happened was that some rich people came down to the area and actually were shunned off by them. They didn't want them on their property. So they went back to San Antonio, brought back some hoodlums or people to manhandle them. It ended up that their house got burned down, the children were all killed, the husband was killed, and actually the Donkey Lady became the Donkey Lady because in the fire her hands were actually damaged by the fire to look like hooves, and her face melted in the fire to resemble the face of a donkey. And since that time there's been thousands of reports of the Donkey Lady haunting people, terrifying people on this bridge. So we'll be coming back later tonight and doing some ghost hunting right here on the Donkey Lady Bridge. We're here with one of the people that live right around this area, and they're telling me some interesting stories, so check this out.
Lived out here about 15 years now, and I've come out here myself.
What's your name?
Richard Rodriguez.
Richard Rodriguez?
Yes, sir. I've actually lived out here about 15, maybe 20 years now, And whenever I was younger, I used to come out here and
Wow, play
do
around?
do the whole donkey lady,
Yeah.
just come out here and check it out and
And you
stuff.
said this was the main road at one time.
Yes, this was the main road from up there down past where those barriers are.
Yeah.
And it used to go up, but I guess they closed it off once it started getting, it would rain so much
Right,
that
flooding.
it would get flooded up.
Yeah.
And you'd have to take the main road around.
Yeah, because we know some of the trees were messed up
Yeah.
from the flooding.
So it's
So there were stories of dead people. They found dead people out
well,
here
they've
and stuff?
actually back in the day, they used to dump a lot of bodies out here.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
They found a person rolled up in a carpet at
Oh,
one point
wow.
a few years back.
So there could be a lot of spirits out here, not just the donkey lady
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I've been out here, and I've actually roamed the woods and stuff.
Wow.
And you hear things in the
Right, we
I
did
don't know
too.
if it's I don't know if it's animals.
knows?
I don't know
Who
what
knows?
it is, but you've heard things crawling in
Wow.
the woods and stuff.
Thanks so much for telling us your story. That was awesome. Really appreciate it, man. You have an awesome day.
You too.
So it's now sunset here on the Donkey Lady Bridge. We're just about ready to start our ghost hunt. We have no idea what we're going to experience, but I'm sure it's going to be fascinating. So we're on the Donkey Lady Bridge. It's nighttime. It's very dark out here. I might use a little night vision as well along the way here. We're in the middle of an EVP session. We're going to see if we can pick up any communication here on the bridge. So my wife Susie's here with me, and we're having a very interesting evening on the Donkey Lady Bridge, which is folklore here in San Antonio. And we're using a ghost box that we use on our pad. We're going to try and make some communication here and see if anything can happen. Do you mind us being on the bridge tonight? Do you mind us being on the bridge here tonight with you? Is there anyone on the bridge that would like to talk with us? We know that there's been a lot of activity here through the years of people jumping off dead bodies and things like that. So there's probably other spirits here. So if there's anyone here, please let us know. Are you a man? Yes, man. What's your name? What's your name? Will? Will or Bill? Bill. Bill. Okay, well, how many years ago did you come here? How many years ago did you come here? Every when? How many years? How many years have you been here? 7? 7 years, that's crazy. Thank you, Bill. All right, we don't know if the lady that was here was actually what her name was. All we know is she's called the Donkey Lady because of her appearance after the fact. But we don't know if you're here, there you go. Show us some more energy. You can beep the meter if you can, but show us some more energy. Again, folks, there's no electric here on the bridge, so anything on that meter, anything means something. But we'll just take one more walk down the bridge and see if we get a response. If anyone's here, Donkey Lady, anyone. There, good. We're going to do an old school experiment right now in ghost hunting using a standard flashlight. And what you do is you unscrew the front of the flashlight just to where it's almost touching the battery, and then you do question and answer and see if the flashlight lights up. So we're going to do that right now and see what happens. Should be fascinating. So if anybody's here, would you please flash the flashlight? You just have to make a little bit of an energy connection between the bulbs and the battery inside. And again, we want to stress we're not insulting you by calling you Donkey Lady. We simply don't know your name. But if you're here, if you want to flash the flashlight for us. Once again, if there's any spirits here on the Donkey Lady Bridge tonight that would like to communicate, that's crazy. It just went on by itself. That is insane. So we've completed our investigation here on the Donkey Lady Bridge south of San Antonio. And on the spirit box, we had incredible evidence that came through. Someone by the name of Bill or William. Actually said both names, and actually they're the same name in reality, so maybe he just addressed us differently both times. Also, somehow they knew my name. They said Mezmer at one point. Now, I didn't get that on the video, but it was incredible because I've never heard my name on a spirit box. It was actually a combination of a female and male voice. So it said Mez in a female and Mer in a male voice. And crazy stuff. I guess the most incredible piece of evidence, though, had to be what we did with the flashlight talking to the donkey lady. Right in the midst of asking for someone to respond, the flashlight illuminated on its own. We've also done some EVP sessions, so we'll see if that has anything that we can relay to you later. But yeah, that old school flashlight experiment was insane. I mean, I was literally just talking, I set it down, it came on all by itself. That was incredible. Well, it's been an incredible day overall because we've gone to so many cool cemeteries and interesting places here in haunted San Antonio. And I look forward to seeing you again on our next adventure of Michael Mezmer, Ghost Hunter.